broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Yo, welcome back. It's the Fosters After Show, AFTERBUZZ TV. We have such a great show for you today. Here's a good reason why. Ashley Argota is here.
Hi! Hello, everybody.
Hi, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited.
Yeah, we're going to recap the episode tonight. Not That Kind of Girl. Lou is not that kind of girl.
I'm not. Maybe not. Who knows?
Lou is all kinds of spicy, and Ashley does not disappoint.
Thank you. Wow, all right.
As always, if you have questions for Ashley or you want to join the conversation, you can do so on Twitter. Tweet us with the hashtag ABTVF. Comment on YouTube, iTunes, all the above. Mm-hmm. Guys, let's do it. Let's do some intros. I'm Jeffrey Masters. I tweet from Jeff Masters 1.
I'm Hannah Prichard. I tweet from @TheHotShotDude.
I'm Stephanie Giorgi. I tweet from Stephanie Giorgi.
I'm Jillian Leff, and I tweet from @Jillian Leff.
Tell us where you tweet from, please.
Ashley Argota 9.
Why 9?
It's my favorite number. I was born on the 9th.
Me too.
So is I.
Yay!
Wait, when is your birthday?
June 9th.
Okay, I'm January 9th.
Okay. What are you, a Capricorn or Aquarius?
Capricorn.
Capricorn, all right.
I'm stubborn.
Okay. All right, let's get into it. We have a lot to discuss.
Yes.
Starting with Dear Gavin's foot.
Yes.
Okay.
I know.
has
Gosh, just a foot. His dad was like, what are you doing?
Did you guys think that it was him who got shot from last week's episode?
I mean,
Yes.
I was afraid.
I thought it was crazy Daria. Big hair Daria.
Well, also, I mean, our fans are amazing. Thank you again for, having a conversation with us, not only on Tuesday nights, but also throughout the entire week, because not only did we get, the answer to all of our questions, but we were getting actual photos sent to us, like behind-the-scenes photos that Gavin took in a hospital gown, and they're like, Gavin's the one that got shot. And I'm like, well, now I don't need to watch it. No, but it's kind of weird. Like, am I the only one that was slightly disappointed that it was his foot? I thought it was going to be something a little more serious.
Yeah.
You are so disgusting.
I'm sorry.
Jillian wanted him to die. She tweeted at me.
Wow.
I wanted like a calf or something.
She
We were
wanted
like,
some melodramatic events to happen.
I'm like, listen,
Because the calf would have been more dramatic than the foot.
Like, listen, Taylor's dad.
I said that, huh?
Like, I get you're tired, and I get you're like barreling down the stairs, wielding a gun, stand your ground laws, whatever. But like the foot, so he had to be like mid-run, just like he was like boom,
And it was definitely the foot that was up in the air that got shot.
What body part would you prefer?
No, I'm saying like
the arm
maybe
or
like
something where it's like it was so close to his chest, he could have died.
The pinky.
Right.
They could have never touched pinkies ever again.
Aww.
Hannah.
I'm kidding.
That would have been so sad.
You know what?
Okay, I'm not the worst anymore.
The good news is that it scared Connor so much so that
scared him to come out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Which was wonderful.
Finally.
Okay, which also it's important to note, Connor came up before Jude did.
I know. That's like right.
Crazy. Everyone, I was expecting like
sweet
Jude to be
boy.
like the leader, like pulling him out of the closet like hand and foot.
I don't know. I feel like they've been so label-less. Like, Ashley, did you feel like this was, this was a huge moment that they actually used the word.
It was a huge moment, and it was so beautifully done. Like, it was so beautifully done, and it was a text message. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was so, like, I loved it. It
Which
was, like,
feels
a
so
great
appropriate
moment.
for that
Yes.
age.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Such a great moment. I loved it. We all cheered in there. That was so cute.
I screamed. I was so stoked. I'm just happy. Well, I think that Jude he's so cool that he is someone who's like, I don't need to be labeled yet, but you saw the relief in his face and like how happy he was, and it probably just reassured himself that he was the same way. I just love that Connor wasn't like, oh, I'm into both guys and girls. Like, he's like, no, I'm gay.
Right.
Like, thank you, Jude, for letting me know, because I love you.
It's also like a nice affirmation of Jude being like, it wasn't just like for like fun.
Yes.
Like,
Right.
I do like gentlemen and or kisses. Sorry. Men. Roll tape. I do,
tape, there you go.
you know.
No, and I knew that Taylor was going to be, you know, the little link between them. I felt that as soon as we met Taylor. Because
Right.
I just like her. And for her to give Connor her phone, like,
I know. She's
I don't
such a
know.
cool
It warmed
girl.
my heart.
And then Taylor's gonna be able to see that. Girl
Yeah.
can delete. I don't like making big statements,
Right.
but I have to say that I think Taylor is the future of acting. I think she's gonna be everywhere.
you
I
think you
love
like
this
her?
little girl. I love her. She's dry. She's like 45.
You told me that
She
earlier.
should date Mike.
Oh my God. Shut your mouth.
She could tame him.
Oh my God. You need to chill.
I'm saying it's pilot season right now. Look for her name.
We've all gone
Hey,
crazy.
you know what?
My goodness.
I agree with that dryness, right?
Yeah.
I agree with that. I was like, what do you agree with? Hold on.
It's like Daria, the TV show.
Yes, that's so funny. The cartoon one?
Yes.
But her friend's name is Daria. So
Yeah, they
messed
misnamed
up.
her. Shame.
No, she's cool. She's definitely it's funny. Like even when she's so serious, I'm like, girl, why are you so funny?
Yeah, she's fantastic. I remember the first table read she was at. We were dying. She was so funny, so dry. She's so great.
I love
Like
it.
her mother being dead, that line?
Yes, that was the episode.
the
Oh my,
line.
it was so funny. Yeah.
She's actually dead.
Yeah.
So great.
Okay, on a more serious note, though, what do we think is going to happen with Connor's father? Because we know he's not the most accepting person.
I'm sure that he's already making the assumption that Connor's just confused, and now he's just trying to deal with it. That's why he made up the lie. He's like, well, if you're trying to tell me you're gay, I'm going to make sure that you can't do anything about it.
Well, we didn't watch the preview, but I saw on the Foster's Facebook page that there were some shots of Jude sitting outside of the hospital room with Lena, and I think that we sort of got confused last week with
right.
the preview that said, you know, you're losing a friend. They very cleverly edited that in, but I think it's just losing a friend, you know. In life, yeah. So I mean, who knows? Maybe it was a first love situation, and you know.
So you think that genre is on its way out?
Well, I don't know if it's on its way out, but I think that they have sort of a rough road ahead. I mean, Connor is still really young, and obviously his dad is not going to change. We've seen with his dad.
Schools.
I don't know.
I
Maybe
think
he's
he'll
moving
eventually
away.
change. I think he'll have like a moment. I think he'll continue to meddle in their relationship for a while. But I think, especially with Lena and Steph being the other parental figures in the situation who are in a gay relationship, will eventually talk to his father about it.
But look at what happened the last time we had a sort of relationship. You know, obviously Johnner is a lot stronger than Mariana's relationship was with Zach, I want to say his name was.
Yes.
But as soon as something happened with a parental unit, he sort of moved on from the show, and their storyline took them another way. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure that Gavin is in the next season, but I don't know. Who knows? Like, I'm just throwing theories out there. Obviously, I love Johnner, and I want them to stay around, but
I just
who
don't see the
knows?
Sticking around.
creators.
And to help them stick around, maybe do the voting. What's the voting site? Vote for John
yeah.
couple.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
Shout out
post
to Hayden and Gavin. We love
Yes.
you
Hi guys.
Yeah, we're gonna post a link because the boys are in a competition right now on Zimbia where you have to vote sort of the best couple on television,
And they clearly are the best couple.
They
on television.
are.
Everybody should vote for
I
them.
love them. So we'll make sure to tweet out the link after the show. But if you follow
Absolutely.
Hayden on Twitter, he's been tweeting it out. Follow his mom Michelle on Instagram. She's been
Hi, Michelle.
posting it. Yeah.
I need to follow her.
Yeah, I just don't see the show getting rid of genre just because there's such
Yeah,
I
a
don't think
core,
so.
like,
I'm
audiences
just
love
thinking
them.
maybe it's a
Like
new
a
love
pause?
situation, so they sort of knew that they can't be together. It could be like a Browley where
Gotcha.
they know that a Romeo and Juliet situation.
I know nothing about that.
That doesn't end in their death.
like mine is the death.
Like Act 1, 2, and 3. It's a comedy. It's a comedy.
Exactly.
I just think that they could talk to his father and he could try to be more accepting, but this is like, it takes a while for someone to come out of the closet. It takes a while for their parents to like understand the situation
Right.
and accept it. So it's going to be a long road ahead.
Yeah.
Stick in there, kids. You can do it.
You can do it.
I just love the label thing. Like, I know we talk about label-less, but this was a big step.
It was.
And for
you know
Connor
what?
to do it?
I think his dad just needs time.
Yes.
You know, because at the end of the day, as an adult, you're gonna think that, you know, you're a kid. What do you know as a kid? You're just confused, and you're such a loving, naive, innocent person that you probably don't know better. So as soon as he sees Connor act on what his statement, then he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do we know where Connor's mother is? Have they said that? I forget.
I don't think so.
I think so.
Okay.
I just forget. Where's Connor's mom, guys? Tweet at me. I'll check my
Where
phone.
are you? I just wonder if she could be like a nice positive influence
Yeah.
on the situation. So I don't know, something to hope for.
Right.
Okay. Other drama that happened tonight. The return of Liam. Dum dum
Dun
dum.
dun dun.
Yes.
The return of Liam and the takedown of Liam.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly. Bring him down.
This was a long time coming.
Yeah.
He got what he deserves.
Finally.
Yes.
I hate him.
But he looked good doing it.
But
like,
he is.
he did. I couldn't help it.
That boy is in everything because he's like Arya's love interest on Pretty Little Liars right now.
Yes.
Spoiler, sorry. He's done stuff with
he
Ashley
really?
before.
Yeah, literally, right around the time I booked The Fosters, I booked this like tiny little role in a pilot, and he was in the pilot. And
What?
then we worked together, and then I walked in and did Leaky Faucets was the first episode I had with him on The Fosters, and I walked into the hair and makeup trailer. I was like, he probably won't remember me because like I was there for 2 seconds in the pilot, and I walked in and he was like, Ashley, how are you? And I was like, this is weird. This is crazy. What's going on now?
So he's a really nice guy, but he plays a bad
no, he's
one.
such a nice guy though.
Hey, maybe you'll get to make out with him
Sure.
next.
Oh my gosh.
Hell yeah.
I don't make out with enough people at work.
Lucky
It
girl.
makes me happy, so you just keep doing it, girl.
Okay.
All right.
Guys, I feel so bad for Sarah. She
Yeah.
got some self-confidence issues.
I mean, that's just the life.
Yeah, it's like a
Is that
brainwash.
life?
It's
No,
like
that's
a
just the life. That's
brainwashing
just the
thing.
foster
Yeah.
life. I mean,
I was excited to see something work out for Callie though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, a great point.
I just like every episode I'm like,
She gets crap thrown at her.
play the
all
violin,
time.
people.
Yeah.
Like, I feel so bad for this girl. Every time I watch it, I'm like, nothing bad has ever happened to me like this in my life.
I know.
The struggle that she has gone through. So finally being vindicated, and I think my favorite part out of the entire episode was when she looked at Liam and they both
Just
locked
gonna
eyes.
say that, yeah.
I was like, damn. We all clapped.
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
I loved to see her interrogate him because, like, instantly. Actually, I kind of saw both Mariana and Callie's futures during this episode because.
Oh, do
You said that she was
tell.
gonna become a cop.
She's gonna. Well,
I like
Callie's gonna be probably most because I've always compared her to Steph. Anyways, they have
Yeah.
so much in common, so I can see Callie definitely getting into law enforcement. And Mariana is absolutely like Lena, and probably gonna have like some sort of admin position somewhere.
Yeah.
Like
Higher
she
ed, yeah.
higher. You know, she seems like someone who can. Have a very nice leadership quality and can influence others in a good way. So
Mariana?
absolutely.
Oh, no, girl. I think she's going to, like, Harvard Business School. She's
Yeah,
going to, like,
but
run
that's
an
what I'm
empire.
saying.
And
Yeah,
I'm saying like
absolutely.
she's gonna be the president.
gonna run for president.
Latina woman,
Bring the West Wing back.
adopted.
When
Like,
she's a senior at Anchor, watch, we're gonna have an ASB like running for president
oh yeah.
episode. I know
Oh,
it.
she could definitely be
That's so
student
true. She
council
will do that.
president.
Since we're talking about
I was student
futures,
council president.
where do we think that Lou is going to be
I was
in
Spirit of
say
Commission.
10 years?
Commissioner of Spirit.
10 years.
Let's predict the future for Lou. Yeah.
I think she's still gonna be playing music because that's like that's her passion. That's her big thing. I don't know if it's gonna be with these people. She may move on to either a different band or maybe she may start a solo career. Who knows?
Nice.
Who
Interesting.
knows? But she's gonna have to stop doing drugs at farm parties if she wants
Yeah.
anything to happen to her.
For real, I'm trying to like the girl. Tell
I'm
her stop
sorry.
doing drugs.
Hey, I'll tell you what,
sorry.
you know what? In that episode,
I don't make the decisions.
right? In that episode, you made me laugh when she was performing because when you laughed and you like forgot the lyric, I made me laugh because I was like, dude, she's having a good ass time though right now. She was like, I don't care, it's just the lyric.
Yep, pretty much. And Brayden was pissed
I
off.
know, it's so funny.
That was a fun episode to shoot. We shot that in like the creepiest warehouse ever, like in the middle of downtown Los Angeles. I thought I was going to
freaky.
die at one point. Like it was dark and it took like 20 minutes to walk to the actual set and it was like in a pit. I thought I was gonna die that day.
I mean, it looked scary on camera. So.
But it was a great episode.
yeah, it was.
There's a lot of extras on that episode.
A lot of
Yeah.
action. Yeah, there's a lot of people in there.
A lot of, like, hurting.
Yeah,
Go
and I
over there.
fell during that episode too
Oh, really?
because I'm clumsy. So they were like, "Oh, you have a break." I was like, "Okay." So I decided to jump off the stage. Mind you, all the extras are still there, and like the director and all the producers and stuff, and the camera crew. And I was like, "Cool." And I jumped off the stage and I like lost my footing and I fell onto my knees and like scraped my knees. And I was like, "I'm okay." And then I had to go to the medic because like there was blood. It was
Oh my
awful.
gosh.
It was
Workman's
awful.
comp, please.
Exactly.
Okay, we know that you have a conflict of interest, but we have to ask every guest.
Oh yes.
Team Bradley or not?
Team Rally, of course. I know conflict of interest. But
Knew it.
I have been on
it.
Brandon and Lou's side the whole time.
Really?
Mind you, yes.
He's crazy.
They're the yin and yang of it.
I do love Brandon and Lou together.
Stop.
But I love the chemistry that Brandon and Callie have, and I don't think that's something that's ever gonna go away. But I do want Callie to be with the Fosters, like the family.
Yeah.
Because
no. I mean, no.
She needs a family.
She
so
does.
I love that.
But she can robber band.
She has them regardless. She can extend
does.
her family and go stay with
but
Robert.
then Steph would be devastated.
Steph would be. I know.
Steph needs to
That's
put
her
on her big lady
apprentice.
panties.
I don't know. It can go either way.
I just feel very vindicated about this whole thing. I mean, we were all team
I love your
Raleigh.
use of vindicated tonight.
I'm like, yes.
People-
Even
my gosh.
actually think so.
Yeah, that's what everybody says on Twitter. After every Brandon and Lucy, they're like, at least you're Team Raleigh in real life. Yeah, I know.
You're Team Raleigh.
People are like, you pick sides for Bradley. And I'm like, yeah, so what?
I'm Team Blue. What is it? What are you guys? Blue?
They called it Blue for a second, and then they called it Landon. So I don't know.
Landon.
I like both of
I'm
those
Team
actually. They're
Lambert,
great
just
names.
like when you guys make out and stuff. Like, I love that part. Because it's so nice to see Brandon be like a man.
Also, they slipped it in this episode, but we found out that you guys have had sex.
Yeah, no, they did. Remember
the
because
last episode.
Yeah, they like
Did I
alluded.
not-
No,
Oh,
two episodes ago.
it's when she came over.
It was
and then
pretty
she
Talking
like-
about the baseball.
It was pretty steamy
Get
on the
it,
bed,
girl.
and then they cut away because they can't show us everything, obviously.
Yeah.
I just assumed like it's high school and they like kept clothes on.
But him and Mike had that like conversation where
Yeah.
Mike was like, "Oh,
Yeah, he's like, don't give me the patented like sex to the parent sex talk or something.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
that was a little.
And Jesus, I loved. By the way, that conversation, I really loved the dynamic of Brandon and Jesus because it's growing so much, and they're like best friends. They talk about
They are.
everything. It's so
That was
awesome.
hilarious. And he was like driving the car all
God,
crazy.
and
That was
Brandon
great.
just didn't care, but with Mariana, typical. By the way, with the girl that he'd be so scared.
Hysterical.
Oh, the comparison of their driving styles.
I know.
Brandon's unfazed with both. Those were great scenes.
You know, it was fun. I can only imagine how that was to shoot.
Terrifying.
Yeah,
Not
probably.
He's actually driving like that.
Probably terrifying because isn't JT Austin's from New York, so I know he doesn't know how to drive. I doubt it.
True.
Right? So he probably was just a bad driver anyways. I'm so scared.
Oh my god.
I've driven with New Yorkers. Oh my god. They're like ridiculous.
Okay. All right, before we wrap up Liam, did y'all foresee him coming back this season?
no."
I thought we were done with him.
A little bit. I think that it was nice for him to come back because remember the situation where she was kind of touchy? Hopefully this will kind of bring her some like mental closure because technically Liam was just still out there. So now he's like in locks or I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like in jail or whatever, put away, and so now she can just be more comfortable.
And she got some kind of, I don't want to say vengeance against him, but closure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She mad dogged him so hard, right?
Yeah.
I loved
Yeah,
it.
so great.
But a lot of the fans are wondering how is that even allowed that Callie was allowed to go into the room and interrogate
I
him?
know.
Listen.
Right.
Television
Best
magic.
friends in high places.
Yeah, she can do
Also-
whatever she wants.
Yeah, also, a lot of people are talking about Connor's mom, because I know we had that question before, and a lot of people are mentioning the same thing. They said they've mentioned Connor's mom, except once they tried to go over to Connor's house to study, and then Connor said that kids over the house give her migraines. So I guess she's there, but we haven't.
She can have issues.
She's
We
like,
haven't been
Oh,
introduced
she's
to her.
smart.
Just
Stay over there, guys.
forever with the migraine then?
Is she
All
slightly
right.
deranged?
Yeah, Connor's
she crazy
mom.
lady?
Connor's mom is in the
What?
first season premiere to pick up Connor. She is unnamed.
Oh, right. You know what it
This
is?
is
She has
like-
dementia.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Dementia?
she's crazy to some degree.
No.
No,
That was
they
like
don't
Yes,
say
Zach's
crazy.
mom.
Yeah, Zach's mom.
Maybe it's like glass menagerie stuff. Like she's just like crazy.
Or maybe they just don't think it's maybe they don't feel
Important.
like it's important to introduce the mom yet because everything's hyper focused on the dad.
Right.
Abracadabra, I think that if this storyline proceeds, which it has to, they can't just stop it. Of course. That I think we're going to see the mom at some point.
I hope so.
Yeah, and I feel like there will be some sort of backstory with the mom as to why the father is the way he is. I think it'll go hand in hand
I
with
think
the
so, too.
situation with the mom.
Yeah.
I just feel bad for Connor's dad though because he, regardless of Connor's situation, that man stays looking like stressed out, like just something. He's just,
Yeah, right?
I don't know if it's like he has 3 mortgages or whatever it is, but he just looks so awful.
Talk to the makeup artist.
No, but man, his acting, like he's just always in such like in a state of distress.
Well, he is stressed out.
Connor's father.
His mom has a migraine. He has to do everything.
Right.
Wait, Wait, who are we talking about? Sorry, I'm like
Connor's
really.
father.
There's a whole other conversation going on Twitter right now where they're talking about some crazy stuff. We'll have to address all that later on.
I think this storyline makes me nervous because I think Connor's father could end it so suddenly by just transferring schools, putting him in private school, magnet school, anything.
Well, I mean, I'm getting a lot of photo stills from the preview for next week. A lot of the fans are tweeting, and there's one that I showed Steph where it's Connor and Jude laying in his hospital bed together.
Excuse me, did you hear that, Hannah?
Connor and Jude laying in the hospital bed together.
Oh, you know they are.
Yeah. So I guess
Snuggling
they're
up.
allowed to see each other, but we obviously don't know what happened.
Maybe
I know what
at some
happened.
point.
Ashley's in the final episode, and she was at the table rate, so she actually knows how
I know everything.
Maybe he
ends.
sneaks in with like flowers covering his face.
But like, I love
Yes.
if he's gonna
Yes,
be laying on
that's
the
gonna
bed
happen.
together. Like, I'm so ready to see them like openly. You know what I mean? Have the
Yes.
opportunity to explore really a relationship together.
I don't know if anybody does that at that age, though. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
No, but is this okay? Now, tell me your honest opinions. I feel like Jude is becoming. I mean, not to give him the roles, but Jude is the more masculine one.
I think he may be too.
Because Connor's all about Jude. He's the one who started following.
And his
from the
reaction
beginning.
to the text, like he had that look on his face, like he
was such
I
a
feel like
dude.
now
He was such
he's
a-
more in control of the relationship.
I don't know that I can let. I don't know if I can let that label stick.
Yeah,
masculine.
me neither.
Maybe like the aggressor.
The aggressor.
Yeah.
She's, no, that's fine. I just didn't know what word to use.
Because
Hold
if we
up.
do, then we can't call the other one like the girl in the
Right,
relationship.
exactly. And that's why I was trying to get away from. But I want to say
G-U-R-L.
the aggressor. But Connor's the more like sentimental one because he's the one that he's the one that just wants like, oh, I want Jude.
I'm
I know, but
uncomfortable.
we've been so labelless. I don't think that we should put a label on it, especially
and like gender roles.
yeah, and also the thing that we,
Okay, pour in use of words.
I know. I already said it twice.
no, but the thing that we
aggressor.
have to remember, and I do disagree with you on this, Hannah. I, as a 14-year-old, was not making out with my boyfriend on a bed. We were holding hands in the hallway at school and maybe gave each other a peck on the lips or something, or a kiss on the cheek, and that was a huge deal.
Yes,
and there was a
that's
very
true.
select
Yes.
group of people that were really exploring at that age, and we all knew who they were, and they were sort of the outcasts.
And they don't
That's
fit that
true.
character.
Yeah, so like I don't think that they need to sort of express that openly. I think right now it's theirs, and that's okay as long as we sort of get a window into what their relationship is and just sort of what they're experiencing at the moment. Because it's hard. Like we all want to root for them, like we root for Brandon and Callie or Brandon and Lou, but the age difference is significant.
Yes.
Mostly Brandon and Cal.
Okay,
The
just
good
Brandon
thing
and Callie.
about Jude and Connor though is that they're not focused on the sexual aspect of it. They love being around each other all the time. They're just always thinking about each other. So I love that. And the kissing is going to happen. That's just because they're like curious, but
Yeah.
it'll stay at that. But I still think that they'll be consistent. I'm sure they love to be able to lay next to each other though.
Yeah. Or like touch each other in the halls when they want
Right,
to.
of
You know what I mean?
course.
I'm stoked to see
The same way you would hold hands, but they just can't.
Very innocent still.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I still mean that Jude is the aggressor. I love it. Connor's just so cute.
Okay. You know who else is an aggressor?
Who?
Mariana.
Yes, she is.
Is that a good transition?
Yes.
Okay. I was worried.
Oh my God, she's so
she is
good.
the master manipulator, and I love it. The grandparents. They pulled him from Ugly Betty. Good thing that show ended.
Were they the same?
That's the dad.
The dad.
from
It was
Ugly
the dad from Ugly Betty?
Yeah. I think this was really good to like answer some questions that we had, like where are Anna's parents and why again do they not want a relationship? And it's because Anna wouldn't allow it. And that's why they're so mad at her. And it
That
makes
actually
sense.
wasn't surprising to me. Yeah, I felt like that was pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never thought that it would happen. It makes total sense though.
And then I personally missed the Christmas episode, but what was the connection that you said that when you saw
The names, the carved
the carved names? So
thingy?
that's what they got.
Yeah.
and so then
I don't know
the
what you call
grandfather.
them.
Every year they're given gifts, and Mariana called them like just foster kid gifts by like random strangers. And it turns out that they were signed by the family.
Yeah, I think that's it.
It was
The names on the wall in the bakery.
Yeah, and
So
it was
cute.
weird because usually they just get generic gifts, but these were personalized. And in the Christmas episode, they were even like, "Oh wow, like they know our names," or they. it's weird to get a personal gift, I guess. It was maybe one of the first of any kind like that.
It was the first time that they had gotten the gifts?
No, I think that they had gotten
personalized?
I think that they had gotten gifts previously, but this was the first time it was personalized.
Right, yeah.
So then that story is gonna continue because we're gonna figure out how Mr. Gutierrez found out about them and why he didn't tell his wife and how he got the gifts to the kids.
And also, those names look like they would be cousins.
Yeah. Or something. Or
Right, exactly. All
Like
the names that they put
his
up there.
other grandparents.
The rest of their family.
Good point.
Yeah.
That's 5 people out
That's
of
so
the family.
difficult. That always still makes me feel so
More
bad for like Steph
characters,
and
season
Lena.
3.
Right? I know. What was one of the names?
Family is expanding exponentially.
I just love it because they sort of hyper focused on Mariana's attachment issues and detachment issues, and I think finally she's gonna get the family that she's always wanted. And Steph and I were talking as the show was going on, and we just love her as a character because she's turned into like this sort of like badass girl. Like I look up to her. I'm like, I wish I was you in high school. Like she's awesome, and she sort of knows herself, or at least if she doesn't feel like she knows herself 100%, she fakes it till she makes it, and I can always support that.
Absolutely.
And I like it because she calls characters out on things that the audience would.
Yes.
Like,
Right.
Emma, why would you quit this team? Blank and blank and blank.
She reminds me of Jo from Little Women because she takes both characters on. Like Jo, her frustration was the writing because only men would have a career by the pen, and now Mariana's trying to let Emma know how inspiring, and she's a little bit younger. Oh no, they're the same age. To just say, why do you have to choose one or the other? A woman can be sexy and just as smart, and that was so beautiful for her to say that. And I loved that she knew to make her grandparents feel better and not bad by saying, "I'm in a good place right now. I just need this to happen," because she's becoming into her own, and I love how independent and just understanding she is now.
And I could tell that was like so hard for her because she's a hard worker, she's driven, and this was like the one thing she couldn't work hard to like make happen. And yet she did.
What do we think Mariana's plan is going to be for Emma? Do we have any ideas? Because she sort of revealed that she was going to do something big to show that girls can have beauty and brains, and she'll be the head of the competition.
I don't know if that's possible to prove.
Right?
Like personally.
I don't know. She's gonna think of something great. Whether it's incorporated with the dance or just something that has to do with school or in that STEM club.
Absolutely.
We'll see. She probably might do it in regards to like the social media and the marketing. She might just market it and blow it up the way that she wants to, so that it looks that way.
You know what though? If Emma does not join the team, maybe Lou could join.
Okay. Hold up.
We know you got some
Don't put that out there to the universe. Don't put that out there.
You're at Anchor though too, right?
I dropped out of high school.
out?
Yeah. I dropped out of high school. Yeah. It's mentioned so quickly. It's the episode where we go to Woodshed and we're like in the woods smoking or having the pot brownies.
Oh, I thought that might have been
Doing
just, like,
drugs again?
talk.
No, I think I say, wow, you just got schooled by a high school dropout. And there was like a huge, that scene actually was longer when we were shooting it, but I basically say like, I dropped out of high school because it wasn't my thing, and I learned from life and just
right.
being out here. And yeah, she's a high school dropout.
She's living her life.
Hey.
I'm lost.
Yeah, that was a beautiful moment.
They're just having a moment. It's okay.
That wasn't planned.
No, it wasn't. It was really good though. It's really good. I liked it.
All right, so Mariana's grandparents seem like very loving people who would not obviously abandon a grandchild or children. Who's this Mariana? Do we think that they're going to be like very much recurring and like be in the mix?
I think they're going to take the baby.
If not that,
I still don't think they're going to keep that baby.
Really?
you're right. The Fosters, you mean?
Yeah.
That is very possible, but I definitely see them having a relationship, and even with Steph and Lena.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid to see how. I know that it might be a little bit hurtful, but Steph, her father's gone, and Lena, her parents aren't always around, and I'm sure that they would appreciate like Jesus and Mariana to have their cultural background with them.
Yeah.
Ashley, who's taking the baby?
Yeah, I tried to look at you right when I said
I don't even know.
I thought she was going to say it.
There are so many things that happen in the finale, and I still don't know what happens. And I work with Brad. I've been working with Bradley on Romeo and Juliet for like a couple months now, and I still don't know what happens, and he still won't tell me. So I have no idea what's going to happen. Your guess is as good as mine.
Who would you
want them
want?
to keep extending the
I love
family.
how perky you are, and not on the show.
It's so funny. People are always like, how like similar are you to Lou? I'm like, not at all.
Not at all. Like,
Literally
so
not at all.
nice. Let's be friends forever.
Thank you. Okay. Let's be friends forever. I love it.
Speaking of Bradley, you're doing R&J with him now.
I am.
Is that because you met him through this show, or you knew him before?
I met Bradley through the Fosters. Yeah,
Wow.
I got a text message from Brad Hooks, who does the music for the Fosters. So all of our Someone's Little Sister music, and every time you hear Brandon playing the piano or Callie playing the guitar, that's all Brad Hooks. So I got a text message from him on New Year's Day, and he was like, "Hey, so Bradley is doing Romeo and Juliet, Love is a Battlefield. It's Romeo and Juliet, but it's set to Pat Benatar music. Would you be interested in auditioning for Juliet?" I was like, wait, what? Mind you, please. I'm on a plane, and it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm exhausted because I had layovers all day long, and I was like, what?
Wait, you got a text on a plane?
We were at a layover.
Oh. I was going to be a day like that. I know.
But I was like, okay, so I ended up going in for it, and I was such a great, it's just so much fun. You guys came.
Wonderful.
And they cast you first, and then paired the Romeo with you.
They did. It was so fun. I'm having the best
awesome.
time ever.
How much longer is the run?
We're on this Friday and Saturday, the next Friday and Saturday, and that's the end for us.
It's so good. If you guys haven't seen it, seriously, and if you live close to LA, it's at the Rockwell, and it's awesome.
It's all Pat Benatar music. Would you like to sing a little something for us? Can we ask?
Yes, I'm suffering from a little sore throat, but oh my gosh, what do I sing in the show? Your love is like a tidal wave spinning over my head, driving me to promises better left unsaid. You're the right kind of sinner to release my inner fantasy, the image of a winner, and you know that you were born to be. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker, don't you mess around with me. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker, don't you mess around. No.
Yeah. Thank you.
So awesome, girl.
Thanks.
I know. Well, she's in bed.
Thank you. What? I feel so special.
The studio
That's our
audience
studio.
goes wild.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You've laryngitis?
Yeah.
I would never believe it.
I do, unfortunately. So the doctor put me on things, but then everything drained into my chest, so now I have the cough that goes with it, but I'm fine.
The cough.
The cough.
She has the cough.
That's
Well, normally
dreaded
the cough is the end of it.
Yes.
So you're in the right
It was
path.
funny because last week, you guys came the week before last, right? Yeah, so
Yes.
last week, as I'm doing the death scene, that, like, my cough started maybe, like, Wednesday. Last week. Literally, as I'm doing the death scene, I have to scream, like, Romeo! And I literally got up from being fake dead and went, Romeo! and just started hacking everywhere. And then I had to sing, but I couldn't stop coughing, so it was like the most awkward, like, please don't, like, cough while you're pretending to be dead. This is so awkward. Exactly.
That tickle, like,
It's
in
like
your
shallow breathing, like trying not
Right?
to cough
Oh,
while
the
I'm dead. It was
worst.
awful.
Sucks.
Sorry, Bradley.
Sorry.
Hey, did you sing in the Nickelodeon show, the Kiki Palmer? I call it
No.
True Detective. What was it called?
True Jackson VP. No,
Jackson.
we were never given the opportunity to sing on that show ever.
'cause she
So-
sings too.
Yeah, she's an incredible singer. So the Fosters is the first thing I've ever gotten to sing on TV. So
Oh my God.
It's been quite the experience, and they're awesome songs. Brad Hooks is like such a genius. He will literally like write these songs in a day, and then like the next day we come in and record them, and then the next day they're done, and we're working on
That's
it on the
awesome.
show, which is incredible.
Yeah. What's the one we love? Is it Outlaws?
Outlaws, yeah.
Outlaws?
Yes, Outlaws. I was so afraid for that episode because I was like, people are either gonna love that it's a duet now, or they're just gonna throw knives at my door because I'm singing Callie's song.
No, we
but it was
loved
so
all the
great.
music.
I thought a little bit of both.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it was hurtful, but we're like, damn it, she's good. Their harmonies were great.
Wasn't Callie picking up the guitar at one point?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I've been calling. I want them to start like the Von Trapp band the whole time, right?
Do it.
Jude, like with little like string chords, like the
Do triangle? Yes. I
love it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I should write this show. It would be no drama. It'd be like a handbells.
That's fine. That's fantastic.
Okay, fine. We'll
You
do
should
it. It's fine.
absolutely do it. Write an episode.
Do you think New York's in like the future at all? Like, what's your plan? What's your 5-year plan?
For Romeo and
you.
Juliet, or just for
you.
like me?
Your life.
Well, I went to NYU for a little while, so
nice.
I mean, New York is like where my
Oh.
heart is. I did the Apollo there when I was 10 years old, so I spent every month there for an entire year. So I've like felt like I lived there for a little while, and it's incredible there. So I'd love to go to New York at some point, and finish school and also do some more theater, because I feel like I never do enough theater, which is why I love doing Romeo and Juliet. But hopefully New York and theater / finishing school / doing more films and more TV. And I'm producing a web series right now, which has been a lot of fun. And I'd love to start directing and all the things.
Fantastic.
All the
Love
things.
that. Do it all.
Oh my God, we gotta wrap it up. But one last question.
Yes.
Are we allowed to say if we'll see you in season 3?
I believe you will see me in season 3. I'm supposed to start work pretty soon, so I think I'm gonna be in season 3. That's a Bradley question. Don't ask me
We're
these
gonna
things.
take it. We'll take it.
We'll take it. We'll take it and we'll run with it.
Oh my God. Well, this was so much fun. Thank you for being here.
Thank you guys
Yeah.
for having me.
We have time to predict. Let's predict.
Oh, I don't want to.
I do.
It's too stressful.
Predictions.
Predictions for this next episode for the finale? Okay, I'm interested to see your predictions. Go
All
for
right,
it.
Jillian.
Laying back, she's like, I ain't go.
It's just so cool because like I know what happens.
I have to collect my thoughts.
So I'll start because I've been following the Twitter feed all episode. We did not see the preview. So I am going off of what all the tweets said, so don't jump down my throat because I'm just going to repeat some of your theories. Apparently, Jesus gets into an accident, and a lot of people think that they're killing him off the show.
No.
Stop. Oh my God. I can't look at you right now.
Hold on. Hear me out.
Ashley just nodded. No, I'm kidding.
Don't start these rumors.
Don't get her in trouble.
What else we got?
So I think that it might be plausible because we had already thought that he might be disappearing and going off to this boarding school situation. And also he's been in sort of fewer episodes as of late. So I maybe they would. I mean, listen, they haven't really done it with the core unit. They haven't killed off a core character.
Do we have to, though?
I mean, look at shows like, I don't know, a lot of Foster fans are fans of Scandal, Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy,
You know what I mean?
right.
Like,
I'm not bitter.
wait,
Friends didn't do it.
no,
We
but
shouldn't.
yeah, well,
That was a comedy.
I don't know. Like, look at Grey's. They kill off main characters.
When George
They
O'Malley
killed off
died.
Lexi. They killed off Mark.
I know.
Lexi died?
Yes.
Spoiler. Oh, hell no.
Did you not know
I have to go. I have to go.
So
Okay,
like,
you know what? Killing a main character is very trendy nowadays on TV.
yeah. So I'm gonna say bye bye Jesus.
Wow.
Bye.
Like, I don't know. I mean, he really hasn't had a main storyline this season, and he hasn't had a love interest. So
we're just
he
gonna
hasn't really
trash
piqued
him
my interest.
He had Haley for a while.
Well, yeah, but Jay Lee was kind of
I think that they're not going to kill him off, but hopefully he'll just go to school.
okay.
Hopefully he'll just leave, and then so that he has the opportunity to come back the
right.
same way that Bianca Santos does. And I think that we're gonna see Jude come into his own and kind of figure that whole thing out. And I think that between Lou and Brandon, I think that they'll make up and have like one last little big hoorah to kind of she puts him where he needs to be before she leaves. You know, show him a good time, girl, right before you go, so he remembers you.
Okay.
And then he'll go to Idlewild and do his whole
This is a
competition.
family show.
Right, it's implied. We're not saying we're gonna watch all the action. We're gonna imply that.
Hannah, what do you
I feel like we have to have some sort of Brally though cliffhanger in the end because they are like our main couple. So I feel like there has to be some sort of conversation as they think Lou is not coming back and she's not talking to him. So, you know, Callie and Brandon maybe have a conversation and then Lou does the little like show up and sees it and then there's drama that like hits the fan right before she
All
leaves.
the fans are asking for a cat fight between Lou and Callie. I think
I'm
that's
fine with it.
hysterical. They're literally like, we want to see you guys like throw punches at each other. I was like, what?
I could see that go down. I could so see that happen because you guys have the same personalities.
Really?
Yeah, because you're both hard-headed on the show.
Who would
That's
win?
true.
Girl,
I don't think Lou would care enough to fight her.
He's been to
Yeah.
juvie.
No, but I can see Lou throw down.
She said Callie's been to juvie.
I
see
Callie
whose side
is
you're
willing
on.
to defend herself, and I think that Lou would be like, let me show you real
Lou
quick.
would tie up that whole head of hair like,
Hold my
5
hoops.
minutes. Do you have anything, Hannah?
That was it.
Yeah.
That was all I had.
Okay, I'm gonna be brief, but I think we're keeping the baby. Anna's moving in. They're telling the kids tonight they cannot give it to Mariana and take it away from Mariana because Mariana runs the show.
Grandma
Okay.
keeping baby.
And I run this show. It's been a great time. I'm Jeffrey Masters. I tweet from Jeff Masters 1. Hannah tweets from that hotshot dude.
I do.
Actually, where can they find you on social media and the webs?
Twitter and Instagram is at Ashley Argota 9, and Facebook is just under my name, Ashley Argota.
Clever.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Jillian Leff, on my Facebook, Jillian Leff Official, and I think we should all watch the preview once we step out of the studio. Ashley will film us, and I'll put it on Instagram, because there's a lot of stuff that we missed.
Drama.
And y'all can find me on Twitter at Stephanie Giorgi and on Instagram at SteffiG47.
Oh my god. Guys, we'll see you next week's finale. Good night.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Bye. See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.